Okay, yep, seems to be working just fine. So hello anyone, and well, basically anyone that comes to the stream. I'm going to go ahead and, try this new thing where it's like, I have this series called A Game Sweet Zone where I look at music in depth, so I try to cover video game music however I can and kind of remake pieces, but that's exactly what I'm going to do today because I can't really make those videos fast enough. So today I'm going to try something new and try covering music live. So not sure how that will go, but hopefully that should be interesting. So, as a first test, I'm just going to start out with some Mario Party music, which should be pretty simple, but let's see how it goes. So I guess, yeah, so why don't we just go over the usual process. I'll just get started right away. So first I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get our reference music, which is basically the original. Let me see where it is. There we are. I already downloaded that in advance. The music we're covering right now is Traveling the Warpipe, and it should appear right now if you can see it. Let me just scroll over here. Yeah. And hopefully the stream quality stays well as good. Or, well, hope the stream quality stays good as well. That's what I meant to say. Let's see. So the first thing we're going to start out by doing is, let's see here. We want this to start out instantly. Oops. First we're going to remove this limiter because we don't really need that. We want volume dynamics. Sounds great. So I'm going to switch to the slicer here and put no snap so that I can basically move it anywhere rather than as being, restricted to something else. Like if I put it to 4-beat. And I don't know if you can see the drop down menus unfortunately, but I basically I clicked on the magnet right here, and it gives me an option to change between different, basically different parts of where I want to snap the cursor to, but I'm going to choose none so that I can snap it anywhere. I'm going to zoom in as close as possible so that I can actually get as close as possible to the start of this audio file. I like to kind of go a little more further, but that'll do as long as it starts as instantly as possible. Let's see. Yeah, basically like that. That is good enough. And the next thing we're going to do is that we're going to assign it a channel so that we can edit its volume. I'm going to assign it to 15. In our mixer insert, you should be able to see the mixer. Yes, you can. Mixer insert right here, and I'm going to rename it so that we can tell what it is. Warp pipe. That's this part of the music, but the title. But there, easy to tell. Now we can change the volume. Oh my gosh, this is amazing, right? You don't even need to watch the rest because that's just the highlight, the high point of this entire live stream. Alright, so I mean we basically, oh wait, no. Next up we need to go ahead and we're going to set the tempo, so we need to match the tempo as well as we can to the original. So I'm going to go ahead right here, and the live stream seems to be going well, that's good. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and use our trusty metronome. Let me make sure you guys can see that. No, you cannot. Let me see if I can just zoom in. Well, there's a part on the top screen which I can click between metronome. I can disable it. Easy peasy. So I'm going to go ahead and just basically try and figure out what the tempo will be, which should be fun. It's not as hard as it looks. And we're also going to figure out the time signature. So are there 4 beats per measure? And just so you know, this is an entire measure, so this is already set to 4/4 time, which is basically 4 beats per measure. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Sounds like 3. I'm hearing 3 beats per measure, so that would be 3/4 time. And I'm going to go ahead and click on the magnet again, and I'm going to put it back to 1/4 step so that it reverts back to the snap. Makes it easier on me. Wait a second. Oh, 1/4 beat. There we go. Not step, but beat. For some reason, there's a big difference with that, but whatever. Alright, let's go ahead and give it a shot. I'm going to go ahead and figure out yeah, I'm pretty convinced that it's 3/4 times, so I'm going to go up to the menu here, click Options, Project Info, and I'm going to go to the Project tab, and I'm going to put 3 beats per bar. So that should pop up. You should be able to see only 3. There was only 4 before, but now there's 3. More accurate. So the tempo is obviously too fast, so we're going to have to try and find a sweet spot. That's also too fast. Let's try 120. Yeah, sounds good. Now, if you can hear it, it actually lags behind a bit. Yeah, we don't want that. So it's somewhere between 120 and 130. For some reason, older pieces of video game music have really specific tempos for some reason. I don't know why, but we might just basically go into that section of the tempo. I think the Game Sweet Zone banner is blocking it. I should have thought that through. Too fast. So it might actually be 121. I think so. Yeah. But I like to check the entire, piece just to make sure. And I hope you guys can hear the voice correctly. Yeah, I think it's 121. Should be. It matches perfectly. Wow, I didn't even need to go into the smaller numbers. It's perfect. Smaller numbers. It's perfect. Smaller numbers. It's perfect. Smaller numbers. It's perfect. Oh, well, that was a problem. I was just trying to test to make sure that I was audible, that my voice was a lot higher than the volume. But whatever, you guys can hear me now. That's what truly matters. Okay, so now we know everything. Only enough. So 3/4 time signature, 3 beats per measure. 1 2 3 1 2 3, and our tempo is 121, and that's the speed of our music. So now we should be pretty equipped to actually just get started. Yeah, so now we're just going to go ahead and figure out the instruments. So usually the usual process is that I just listen, see what I can figure out firsthand. Let me make sure you guys can see that. Yes, you can. Or if not, then let me know. But we're going to go ahead and create a new filter group to add our instruments in. I'll just title it after the piece title. Yeah, that's not gonna fit, but whatever. First thing we're going to do is just add in a UVI workstation, 64-bit. It's this is basically this plugin that I purchased. I purchased 2 different sound banks, Orchestral Suite. Let me see if you can see that. I think I can zoom in. Let me try that. Oops, that's something else. I'm going to zoom in on FL Studio. Okay, cool. You should be able to see it. So, as you can see here, oops, come back here. And hello, Hector. Welcome to the live stream. It's nice to have you here. I'm going to go. Okay, yeah. So this is our orchestral suite, basically. Purchased it, and there's a lot of orchestral instruments, and they're usually very common in the pieces that I cover. So let's listen. Okay, the most clear instrument I hear right now is some sort of bass instrument, so I'm going to go ahead and get a bass. Oops, why don't I just go ahead and revert this screen back to how it was. If I can just do that. It's driving me crazy. No, that's the wrong one. Whatever, let me just move that for a second. I'm going to go ahead and go back. to view, transform, fit to screen or center. Yeah, we're gonna center it back. Ah, whatever. This is driving me crazy, but what can you do? Okay. I will just bring that one back when I can. Whatever. As long as you guys can see it better, that's fine by me. Alright, so the most basic instrument I hear right now is a bass, so I'm going to go ahead and get that. Where is it? Oh, guess I'll be using a different one. Let me make sure you can see it. Yeah, so I'm going to go to, let's see, string or fretted string, double bass, perfect. Let me try the second one. There's a piano roll in case you can't see it. Detached. I should be able, no. Oh, that's weird, it doesn't pop up. But this is what we're looking for. Hopefully it's not too loud for anyone. Okay, now let's go ahead and try and figure this out. See what we can come up with. I usually well, on Saturdays I live stream Wii U Virtual Console games, but 3DS, I don't have a 3DS streaming capture card kind of thing, but I do have a Wii U and I am available to stream most of the time on weekdays, so I can always consider that. It's just not something I really tried out as much. Alright, yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. So we're going to get our first pattern here. Make sure you can see it. View, transform, fit to screen. There you go. It's back. And I'm just going to move it up. There you go. Now you should be able to see it. Whatever. Oh, jeez. As long as it's enough. Transform. Stretch the screen. Center. Oh, whoops. I almost exited out of OBS. That would have been very bad. Alright, we have our first pattern here. I'm going to put it on track 1. And it's going to be our bass. So let's go ahead and rename that. Or our double bass, whatever you want to call it. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and put a loop here so that it constantly replays. That'll keep us from, you know, having to come back here and click every time. Okay. Sounds like it's around here. Let me make sure my snap is set to 1.4. There we go. No, that's not it. It's F. I think it's F. Yep, perfect. We're playing them both side by side right now, so you should be able to hear it. And as a basic, you know, kind of tidbit, when it comes to bass instruments, they're usually not held on for too long. I'm not saying you can't do it, but typically they don't last very long, so usually not that long. They're just usually very short. You can totally do it. I'm just saying it's a typical thing. It's common. Plays again. And it goes, sorry. Sounds like a C. Yep. Dun 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 dun. Something like that. Perfect, I got it. I guess it just goes back down. Pretty simple. Let's go ahead and try that. Actually sounded kind of weird. Let me hear that again. Okay, it sounds like something's wrong. I'm gonna move this. That also sounds wrong. Hey, that sounds perfect. Let me play it by itself so I can see it. Oops, what did I do? Okay, that was weird. But this is working just fine. Sounds perfect. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and extend the loop so that we can see that. How far should we go? I'll go this far. It's mostly the same pattern. Let's go ahead and try that. I'm gonna go ahead and copy it. So I just press Control C, that's the shortcut for copying. Deselect this Control D, and I'm going to use Control V to paste it. And it changes somewhere around here. Da, da, something like that. Should probably stop doing that. I'm not a singer. I have no intention on making anyone's ears bleed to death today. Alright, this part's wrong. Let's go ahead and change that. Sounds actually pretty simple. Yep, I got it. And in case you can't see it, it's just F. Alright, we have the first one, F, C, D, D sharp, and it goes all the way back down except for this one here. This one's A sharp. Or A flat. They share the same one. Wait, not A flat, I'm sorry. B flat. That's called an enharmonic, is it? Something like that. Basically, that's the meaning where it's like a note shares two different names. So for example, alright, this is C. You guys should be able to see that. Yeah. So this is C. It's known as C, but you could also call it B sharp, because here's B, and a sharp is basically just going up a semitone, which is a half step. Basically the note right next to it. You know, right next to each other. So C is also known as B sharp, but no one would really say that. And C could also be known as, let's see. No, we wouldn't call it D flat, because this is D flat right here. But that's just a basic thing. Sorry, I don't need to confuse it right now. But yeah, we should have the bass part, and I think it repeats. Can't tell the difference. That you almost can't even tell it's actually there. Or at least for me. Alright, sounds great. We already figured out the bass part. Wonderful. What's next? We have the bass part. What else are we going to figure out next? Think I'll go for the main melody. Sounds easier right now. The other part sounds like some sort of harp or some sort of percussion instrument, pitched percussion, I mean. And it sounds like it has an echo. Yeah, so why don't we go ahead and try out the, what's it called? It sounds like a woodwind. So basically when I say woodwind, I mean things like flutes and oboes. Or more than one, actually. Alright, we're going to make pattern 2, and we're going to go ahead and find out what it is. I have no idea what it could be. Well, I mean, I know it's some kind of woodwind, but we're just going to have to experiment. So, the first thing I'm going to really focus on is getting the notes in the first place. So, let's just go ahead and work on getting the notes. Okay, definitely not a clarinet, I think. Yeah. Well, we just choose another one. Let's try a flute. Oboe? Nah, it's usually more sad sounding. Piccolo? No. Okay, English horn. Okay. I guess I'll just go with the flute for now. Sounds the most like what I can possibly get right now, so I think it'd be best that I go with the flute. Might as well replace that with going with the flow. I just have to ruin everything. Okay, why don't we go ahead and just figure that out. I'm going to place the pattern right where it starts. And let me see if yeah, right here. Let's take a look. And I guess I'll just raise the volume so I can hear it too. Okay. I mean, I definitely hear it starting at F. Something like that. Alright. Yeah, let's go ahead and try it. Oops. I pressed the key switch by accident, and that changes how the instrument is played. Okay, we found F. Okay. Okay, sounds good. Something like that. Sounds like the same pattern, so I'll copy that again. Control plus C, Control D to deselect it, and Control V to paste it. Sounds great. We're going to go ahead and try that. Except with different notes, because that's a bad idea. Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Okay, sounds like it's this. A D. Oops. C. No, it's probably not D. Okay, yeah, it's D sharp actually. Alright, let's get this one. Okay, let's remove these or mute them or something. Yeah, I'm going to double right click to mute it. Sounds great. And I'm going to go ahead and find something else. And hey Nintendo, welcome to the live stream. It's nice to have you here. I'm using I'm trying to monitor the live stream, you know, obviously through Google Chrome right now, but it keeps just canceling. It's driving me crazy. Okay. Everything popped up again. Great. All right. It moves up. Sounds like an A. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and unmute it again by double clicking, right click, and holding it. Hovering over that. Great. Cool. It's either A sharp or B. I'm thinking A sharp, based on the notes that we've chosen so far. Let me see. D sharp. Maybe we can figure out the key signature from this. D sharp. Just experiment. Just figure it out. But yeah, in cases like this, it's usually a good idea to try and figure out the key signature. That's not something I'm entirely used to doing, but I'm sure it helps a lot. No doubt. Okay, it's definitely A sharp. Okay. Then it goes downwards from that. A sharp? Yeah, C. Okay, how can I do this? And hey Cooper, welcome to the live stream. It's nice to have you here. And I'm great, thanks. How about yourselves? I hope you all are doing okay today. Let me just, man, this live stream just, I mean, the live stream itself is going fine. That's a good thing. It's just that the one I'm monitoring is just freaking out on me. Anyway, but yeah, hopefully everyone's doing okay today, and it's nice to have you all to the stream. Let's see. Whoops, that's not what we want. But I know it goes down. Let me mute it. Okay. Sounds like an A. And it sounds like it goes back. Yeah, it might be that. Let's see. Let's try it out. That might be it. Awesome. I think we actually got it. That sounds great. That's good to hear, Cooper. Let's see. On the other hand, it looks like we just got the main melody, I think. Yep. And we combine that with the bass part we just got earlier. Let's play it by itself. Sounds like nothing yet. Well, now, but just wait until we finish sometime. I don't know if we'll finish it this live stream. Or should we try? That sounds like a challenge. I'd be willing to try out something like that. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, but all we know is that we have... Oh wait, does it repeat? That's the question. The bass part repeats totally fine all day, but the main melody changes, I think. Yeah, it changes slightly. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put pattern 3. That's just going... Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and get what we had in pattern 2. Select all of it. Copy. And we're going to paste it in pattern 3 because it's very similar. And see where we need to change it. Okay, right there. That's where we need to change it. Let's see here. Yes indeed, we're going to go ahead and change that. Sounds like it goes up. Maybe a D. Wow, yeah, this one sounds pretty easy to do. Yeah. Okay. sounds like that as well. An A. Wow. Yeah, I think it might be a flute, by the way, because I can hear it totally fine. And everything seems to be moving perfectly. That's awesome. Youch. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully it's not super hot or anything like that, but well, I'm sure you'll troop through it, but yeah, that doesn't sound so good. But hey, that's good to hear. I guess it's because, well, basically no one's home right now, and usually everyone's busy during the weekdays, for obvious reasons, work and whatnot. So there's no one else to really use the internet or the microwave to give me crazy lag spikes. So yeah, this is pretty much, I guess, one of the only times that things will actually work out. Alright, let's see if this is it. Awesome, I think I got it. Sweet. Now I think they're being played in chords, so I better figure that out. But first, let's make sure we save our work, because if we don't, it's going to suck really bad and really terribly if something happens and it crashes. Let's see. Traveling the warp pipe. Work in progress. I don't know if you guys can see the file. I guess not, but there we go. I saved it into a folder of many folders of video game covers. Oh jeez. So many. But okay, yeah, I'm guessing these are chords, so let's go ahead and figure that out. And what else will we have to figure out after this? Okay, I hear something like a tambourine or some sort of maraca or shaker instrument, light percussion. And I think that has some sort of, what was it, echo or delay? I think this is called echo, but we'll see. It's an effect. And for that, I'm thinking it's either some sort of harp. No, it probably not. Might be a harp. I'm thinking it's a pitched percussion, but we'll get to that. For now, let's make sure we can get this part right, because I know it's missing something. We should probably disable it so that we can hear what's happening. Maybe it just might be an octave lower. Let's see. I don't think so. Or why don't we just try something like this? Oh, and we need to make sure we enable it to be, what was it, polyphonic? There we go. Enabling it to be polyphonic just lets us be able to basically press, more than one key at once. So this is helpful for woodwind instruments and the like. Oh wow, really? I'm sorry to hear that. Is it one of those, big hurricanes, or are you in the process of evacuating? I've heard pretty bad things about, I think so far there have been 2 big hurricanes that have been happening recently. I've heard it's been pretty bad. Oh no. There we go. Maybe, okay, let's just try the octave thing. Let's just stop trying to guess. No, I highly doubt it. Delete out of my life. Okay. This is the part where we're going to have to listen really closely. This is basically what I do all the time. I might have to switch and find a YouTube version to slow down really slow. But we'll see. Let's see if I can figure this out without it. Okay, I can hear it. Something like that. I lost it. I don't know, it's moving in half steps, but we'll try it. Half steps. Let me just try this. let's not try half step. Okay. No. How about we put it downwards? No. Actually, yeah, I think it is. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds perfect, actually. Yeah, that's accurate. That sounds accurate. Well, to tell you the truth, it actually... Okay, let's play it side by side. Oh. Okay, well, obviously, that part. I don't know. Let's see. Let's just try it for now. Should be okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and change that part. Oh, sounds terrible. Okay, I'm gonna copy and paste this. I don't know why I'm suddenly freaking out right now. Okay, hold on. It goes up. Actually, I'm just going to look at what I already posted. We go here, and then, wait a second. Oh, okay, we have it right. Alright, let's see this one. And even if we don't refer to the music, we can kind of get a grasp of what it sounds like just by listening to this one. Okay, that's a little too much. Change that. Sounds okay. Did I ever use B yet? Oh wait, G. That was accompanied by A sharp. And what about A? Okay, that was accompanied by C. And you need to be fixed. Wait a second. Oh yeah, right, there we are. Same note. A sharp. D. Should work. Okay, I think that might be it. Huh, okay. Well, I mean, either way, I just hope everything goes okay. You're welcome. And thanks, that's good to hear. I'm going to try these live streams more often, so hopefully they bring some sort of interesting things to the table, because I can't always... I mean, I can't stress it enough. Game Sweet Zone episodes take a long time to make. I tried to finish the newest cover episode by this week, but I clearly need more time. And it's an 8-bit theme. Imagine that. If an 8-bit theme takes so long, I wonder how long everything else will take, but I digress. Okay, almost right. But I think it's just this part, actually. Sweet. Okay, let's go ahead and look. Which part was that? 3? Wait, has this ever been a... Okay, is there ever a C at some point? C and F. But that's the same one. Whatever. Okay, let's figure it out. I guess I'll just mute it. Make sure I can hear it properly. Wow, did something just happen? Wow, that was so weird. I don't know why that happened. I don't know why. Wow. I just can't win, can I? Even when the live stream is going just perfectly fine. For some reason, OBS is like, we're disconnecting. But whatever, I mean, I still appreciate that this program exists to begin with, so I'm thankful for that. Yeah, that's perfect. We got it. And I think we should be able to get the next one too. Alright, let's play it. Oh, I got it. Hold on. Sweet. We are getting it. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay. So by what I already accomplished here, I'm going to go ahead and select these notes if I can. But this is in the way and I need to get this part. Okay, no problem. Shouldn't be hard to just remove whatever I don't need. Okay. Copying it. I'm going to paste it in a third pattern. Okay. Awesome. Should be right now. Okay, we need to look for another reference. When was the first time we've used D here? We haven't used D yet, it seems. On the top part, we'll leave that one for later, but we have used C. And A sharp goes with D, A6 goes with C, and G goes with A sharp. Wait, did I already? Yeah, C. I don't see a D anywhere. That's weird. Okay, well, there should be one at the bottom, so A sharp. Maybe. Let's see. Maybe not. We'll figure it out. And yeah, it's a good thing. That was so weird. I'm glad it went right back. OBS, for some reason it disconnected, but it went right back. No matter what I do, something always goes wrong. And here it was, I was thinking of, well, I've been actually trying to find a way to get an Ethernet connection so that everything's stable. But yeah, my router is pretty far away from my room. But oh man, imagine getting that and things still go wrong. That would be disappointing. There we go. F. I'm willing to bet. Oh well, I'm willing to bet 2 Smash tokens that it's correct. Let's see. Oh wait, I can't tell by that way. Ah yes, I got it right. Victory is mine for the time being. So would you look at that? Main melody is already done. It repeats all the time. At this rate, I might as well I think I can actually finish it today. We'll see. Alright, so it loops right about there, or at least it fades out. It's a common way to fade out your music. So it's not really useful for loops, but you know, it is for single files. So basically I just have to right click here on the master volume, or we can just do it from the mixer. You see master volume and create automation clip and just drag it downward, so it just be like a line going from top to bottom. Yeah, I can show you guys right now, why not? I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let me make sure you can see it. Don't think you can see the drop down menu, but I'm going to show anyway. So right click on create automation clip. Oops, we don't really need it to be that long, so we're going to go ahead and put it where we want it to stop. Oh yeah, sure, that would make it more accurate anyway. Let me copy. I'm going to right click on this dot and copy value so that when I move it, I can put it back to its correct value. Okay, and the loop ends right about here, so I'm going to go ahead and put it there and press paste, and we're basically just going to drag it down. This is what automation is like. So you know, music's playing, and then this affects the master volume, which controls the volume of everything. Yep, that's how you do the fade, but for now, we'll just leave that alone. But yeah, we should probably use it. Alright, what's the next instrument that we're going to destroy? Let's see here. We can't hide from it any longer. We might as well see whatever sound that is. Okay. Yeah, I think this was a good piece to start with, since it's really simple actually. I am going to click on... Wait, what? I have it? I do? Oh yeah, I do. I didn't think I actually did. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm sorry, this is unrelated, but this is basically an emulation of the sound chip used for the Sega Genesis. No, not the Genesis, I'm sorry. The Sega Master System and Game Gear. I'm using that for my next cover, so I guess you can understand or take a guess at what I'll be covering next. But it's definitely an 8-bit name, but for now we're not going to use this emulation thing. We're going to stick to our UVI workstation. It has a ton of instruments, so it's great to work with all the time. It's basically, I guess, my first weapon of choice whenever it comes to any piece. Let's see. Okay, pitch percussions. I'm going, xylophone sounds a little too woody. I'm going to go, oh wait, glockenspiel? Maybe. Oh yeah, it might be a glockenspiel. Gasp, I'm just freaking out learning about this. This is so fun. Oh my gosh, I love doing this. Oh, I bet it's a glockenspiel. I'm willing to bet it. I just need to figure out the notes. Okay, let's see. I hear it. Okay, and okay. Here, I'm going to show an easy way to get this, to dissect this right now. At least from what I'm hearing right now. So, think of the main beats like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now without the metronome. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear a clear note being played on every single, you know, beat, main beat. So we're going to go ahead and use that as a basis. That should work. So what do I hear? I hear an A. A G, F, D sharp, and I'm going to guess it's a D and C. Oh, it sounds just like it. Well, not exactly like it, but kind of. Let me make sure the live stream is still working. And yeah, you should be able to see it, but yeah, no, that's the wrong one. Wait, what? How did you, wait, what? That's weird. Oh, here it is, yeah. I continuously come back to that just to make sure that the live stream is working. But yeah, it's a glockenspiel. Gasp. And it just repeats the entire time. Okay, I can do this. Looks like someone's home. Anyway, let's figure this out. I'm guessing it's something like this. I'm just going to guess. Sue me. I think it might be this way. Oh, I'm so willing to bet that this one is right. Oh, jeez. And yeah, no kidding, I felt the same way. To tell you the truth, this reminds me of something from Paper Mario, but I can't tell what it is. Or it sounds like something really familiar. But for some reason it reminds me of the Paper Mario from, you know, the first game. I just can't put my finger on it, but it really does sound nostalgic. I can totally see what you're saying. Oh, jeez. I just can't put my finger on it, but let's see. Oh, ho, 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 ho. I got it. Victory is mine. Oh my gosh, this feels so fun. I'm working on something and everything's just becoming so clear. I thought this would be kind of hard to figure out, and it's not. I just figured it out. Oh, great. Now it repeats, so we're just going to go ahead and place it. Let's see how it sounds with everything. Cool, we're actually getting very close. Okay, so now I know what to do next. We're going to work on percussion. Okay, just got some water. We will name our patterns later. Soon, all of these will go from gray, dull-looking patterns of notes to really colorful and interesting things. I also like to choose the colors based on the piece that I'm covering, so since it's a warp pipe, we're probably going to use a lot of green. Don't mind this blue here, he's a nobody. Part of a cult. Silly person. Alright. We have the glockenspiel. Forgot to rename it. Okay, it's just more green, I guess. And I will add... Okay, let's see what it sounds like. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and add a Latin percussion. Pretty confident it's one of those. What could it be? Just the maraca, I guess? Oh, neighbor's dog is kind of freaking out. Oh, it does that often. Not a woodwind, not a stringed, but a percussion. Car honk. Latin percussions? There we go. And we're looking for... Where are you? Not a cowbell, although those are pretty cool. A guiro? No, that's not what I'm thinking of. Maracas. Something like that. Oh wait, no, actually I think I'm thinking of a tambourine. Oh, right, that's what I'm looking for. A tambourine. Should be here somewhere. I think it's here somewhere. A tambourine. Yes, it should be. Here we are, tambourine. Okay, we should look for the right sound. Let's just browse through. Okay, I'm thinking of this one. This one could also work, but I'm looking for this. And maybe this. Okay, it's probably just this. Okay, let's just start with one on every beat. Sounds really simple. That should work. And yeah, it is pretty unique. I mean, usually with pitched percussions, you have stuff like xylophone, vibraphone, and then there's glockenspiel. And there's also marimba, but I know it doesn't work out for my small little argument there, but eh. Okay, let's look for D. That's the first one. Or is it not? What the? Oh, there are key switches. Accident. Tambourine. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Alright, let's at least put one for each. Something like that. Let's listen. I might have to use a combination of a maraca and this little guy here. Alright, let's try this one actually. Select all of that. Awesome. Or we can just combine them and layer them. Let's see how it sounds. Maybe we will try it out. Okay, we will just lower the volume. That should help. Maybe make... Oh, oops. We need to select them all and then lower the volume. Not too much. Alright, let's see. Interesting. Let's just try it out. The thing with... Okay. So when it comes to replicating or remaking percussion segments or percussion parts of video game music, or just any music in general, I suppose, it can be pretty non-specific, but we try to get as close as we can. Okay, let's just see how it sounds. Okay, so maybe not much of this. If not anything, it just has to be lower because it's kind of loud. Let's try it this time. Okay, yeah, definitely use some shakers or maracas. And I'm going to use them for the second beats, so they'll be taking place here, if not layering them over that. That should be just right. Let's go ahead and try that. That sounds... I'm really confident about that. Whoops, that's a 32-bit version of the UVI workstation. We are using 64-bit FL Studio, so we want to make sure we're using the 64-bit version, because if we use 32-bit versions, then we're just going to have to open up, you know, as soon as we open this piece. And let me save, by the way, to make sure we don't miss anything or lose anything. But yeah, if we use the 32-bit versions and we try to open this project with 64-bit version FL Studio, then the 32-bit VSTs or channels we have here will be bridged, and if there are way too many of them, it's going to just lag really bad or just not open. That happened a lot with the bigger pieces I've done, like Destiny's Force or Over Shiver Mountain. So I have both types, you know, 64 and 32, so just use them appropriately. And it also shortens the time it takes to open a project, which is great. Right, Latin percussions, we're going back. Yes, where are you? There you are. Alright, we're gonna try... Where are you? Oh, shakers and maracas. I think I'm looking for shakers. Yes! Where have you been all my life? We're going to try C. I guess we'll put them in the same pattern. Oops, I switched it. At least we know where it ends. There you are. Let's try that. See how it sounds. Maybe make it louder. Or actually, we'll have it at that velocity. That could work out nicely. What was that? G sharp? Doesn't hurt to just expand on the percussion that we already gained. You know, always try to experiment, see what new life you can bring into a piece. Wait a second. Oh right, they're not. Alright, in case anyone might have caught that and might be confused, these two notes, they are not playing at the same time. This one just has an extended value, so it's just, this is the starting point, always the starting point, so they don't start at the same time. Let's see here. Let's see how it sounds. Let's just try it out. We are getting somewhere. Wow, it sounds very different from the original though, doesn't it? Sounds, I don't want to say organic, but I mean, it does sound a lot different. Okay. Oops, I messed up somewhere. Okay, Control Z. Okay, there we go. Or Control Z if you want. Alright, let's just see how it sounds. That sounds, I mean, at the least we're not actually done yet. Of course, there's still mastering and panning and all the other things that we would have to do, but I can't think of any other instruments that are being used. If anything, that might just be it. You know, I did start with a pretty simple piece. Let's see. Okay, we still want to retain some sort of accuracy. It doesn't hurt here. So I hear stronger shaker, you know, beats on the first and third. Let's see. Let's see if I can do that. Make it louder. Maybe just a little louder. Okay. How about that? Okay, perfect. Wait a second. Okay, I actually have it wrong. It sounds like it's going on off beats. Yeah, that sounds right. Okay, I need to get more water. Be right back in a second. And I am back. Kinda needed that. Alright, let's see here. Maybe too loud? We'll see. I think it might be too loud, but let's see as a whole. Yeah. take that. Sounds good. Okay, and if I'm correct, I don't hear anything else, so this is basically it. Let's see if we can get the bass sounding more like it, like the original. What can we edit here? Wonderful. I think we basically just finished the primary content for the piece itself. And when I say primary content, wow, I haven't used that before, but when I say that, I basically mean what was in the original piece. So we basically got every single part from the original piece and we basically put it here. Now, our job is either to expand on it or expand on it and, you know, actually just basically do the usual at the least and see how we can expand on it. But at the least, we basically just pulled it off, you know, note-wise, so that's great. We actually made it, and in what time? I can't even see the time. I can't see the time marker, shoot. Oh wow, it only took us an hour to do it. That's amazing. That's great. Thanks for sticking around, everybody. But we're not done yet, so we're going to go ahead and see what else we can do. Oh, that's good to hear. And it's like, wow, when you actually see what goes into it, and it's like, oh wow, this piece feels a lot different than it did before. Huh. Yeah. It's easy, like, when I cover a piece, it's usually like, yeah, I already like it. It sounds great. But then when you figure out everything about it, it's like, wow, it just feels a lot more interesting. You know, you listen that closely and there are just some things you never hear the first time, or all this time. So that's cool. Sweet. I'm happy we came here, and wow, I just did this on a whim. I'm like, why don't we try Game Sweet Zone Live today? Maybe it might work out. And wow, we already covered something in just about an hour. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and see what we can think of. Okay, so considering not only the instruments that are used in the game, but the actual piece itself, what kind of instrument would fit here? I actually have to think about this. Maybe not a piano. I don't think so. I'm thinking another flute. Not another flute. Some kind of woodwind, I suppose. I need an example, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. And hey, Luca Jin fan, welcome to the live stream. It's nice to have you here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and in order to, you know, get this example working, I'm going to go ahead and can you see it? Okay, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and look at some Mario Party music, listen to stuff, and see what kind of instruments are used the most, so I have an idea of what I should use. Okay, maybe a horn? Some sort of brass instrument? That should be a good idea. Let's go ahead and see. Let's imagine it. Would it fit? This is actually a very calm piece, so I don't know if a brass instrument would be good. And when I say brass, I mean something like a tuba or a trumpet, etc. French horn. But I don't think that would fit. Let's look for something else. What else is used? But yeah, I think Mario Party uses a lot of them. Yeah, that uses brass instruments. A harp. Oh, you know what? I actually, yeah. That's my evil laugh. Oh, yes, I have an idea. Mr. Krabs, I have an idea. And I know what I'm going to use. A harp, I think. Yeah. And I think that's also used for the minigame theme, right? Let's go check that really quickly. Minigame theme. What is it? The one you listen to before it starts. I forgot what it's called. There we go. No, the one that plays when you start it. Oh, whatever. Yeesh. I don't know what references everyone's making, but eh. Except for the Toad one. I see this. And high quality rip. Sillies. Okay. Browser is out. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to try a harp. So what I am going to try out is something called a glissando. And that's basically, let me see, I'm going to use the woodwind really quickly. It's basically just, you know, notes going up and down. So let's, and it's usually pretty fast. They can go up and they can also go down. Yeah, they're usually faster than that. So I guess I'll have to use smaller and shorter notes, but yeah, that might work out. Oh, we should also look at the frequency ranges we have right now. That might work out. Top 10 evil anime laughs. It's like when you just don't have the right budget for an anime dub, you just go that far. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. I'm going to go ahead and yeah, let's do it. I'm going to put in what's called a parametric EQ plugin. Don't know if you can see it. Awesome, you can see it. Basically, this lets us see the what would you call it? Frequencies that are within the original piece. So with this, we can see what's occupied the most, and that might also help us better with making a decision on what we should use. As I'm guessing, the mids maybe, but that kind of helps out with the flutes, I think. Let me see. A few mids couldn't hurt. Let's try it out. Let's go ahead and bring that harp to the place it hates to be. In my live stream. Okay, let's see. We might just go with this default harp or another one. But I think we're pretty much almost done here, so let's see. Maybe not. Let me see. No, a little too bright. Oh, I can also change that, obviously. That might just hurt your ears. Sorry about that. I wonder if I should, you know what, maybe I should keep looking and see what else I can find. I want some sort of instrument that kind of resembles what we're looking for. Oh wow, my live stream's in the corner. Neat. I don't know. You see, I hear another harp, and that's a glissando right there. I think it might just be a good idea. Or maybe a bassoon? Oh, I did not consider that. We could use... Oh, okay. Nice. Browser. Yeah, that sounds great. I think we could get away with using a... what's it called? I just said it. Oh my gosh, a bassoon. There we go. Yeah, a bassoon is probably what we're looking for. Okay, sounds great. Let's try a good old bassoon, our best friend. that one guy that stands out of a crowd of woodwinds, right next to his big brother, the contrabassoon. Alright, let's see. Sounds familiar, should be. Let me see if I can do it from here. Let me just show you. Let me get this out of the way. I know it's at 121. Well, you get it. It should sound familiar. That was from what's it called? Super Mario RPG, and that was Forest Maze. So yeah, you're probably already familiar with this instrument. Let's go ahead and give it its own pattern. But we have to think of a note. So we have to think of original notes in order to place in this piece. And let me change the tempo back to 121. Alright, let me think about this. What would fit for this piece? This one actually feels a little tricky because the thing is, you don't want, you want to add something, but at the same time, you don't want to add something that does not feel like it belongs there. That's usually, I found that with the pieces I've covered so far, it's the trickiest thing to do. If it's a very simple piece, then it's usually a lot harder to come up with something that sounds like it actually fit. Right now, I'm trying to make it fit in my head so that I can have a solid idea of how it'd be. But we already have something that kind of takes its place, and it's sort of the bass, at least in terms of where it is on this frequency range, kind of. Why don't we look at some other instruments? Doesn't even particularly have to be something that's pitched. Maybe it could be a percussion, I don't know. What do we have? Oh yeah, that's right. It can be a percussion, which means... Oh, you know, I think strings might work out. We could use that. Make it much more of a fuller piece. I'm going to try... First, I'm just going to try type percussions. Alright, don't fail me now. Give me a triangle. Triangle! I have a triangle! The best instrument ever. Or, well, competing with the cowbell. But yeah, let's probably not do that. Metal? I don't know what... nah. Shakers, tambourine, we already have that. Triangle. No. Oh, wow. Who would have thought that this would be the hardest part of the piece? Oh, wow, really, this could make its own Game Suite Zone episode. And by the way, I don't know if anyone has a suggestion about this or not, but I've been thinking of making it so that I do more Game Suite Zone cover episodes, but as a result, you know, they are different pieces of video game music, but you'll probably see more of the same instruments. The thing is, I have it set up to that so that it's like, okay, each new piece I cover is usually pretty unique in some way, but they usually take a long time to do. But if there are already pieces that I can totally do and are familiar with, aka something like this, then there are more episodes, which sounds great. But I've been conflicted. It's not necessarily a quality over quantity thing, because they're always going to be the best quality I can put them out as. It's just in terms of uniqueness of the entire piece as a whole. But this has been something I've been thinking about. Alright, why don't we just go with something, at least to just demonstrate what I'm thinking right now. We're going to try a string ensemble. Okay, let's just see how it goes. It might work. A piano roll. And we try to use the same notes that are usually used in a piece, so for that we're going with F. Maybe a chord. F with D, I think. Well, that works. C and F again. I might use this, I don't know. Don't want it to disrupt the feel. Nah. Alright, we have an F here. And let's lower the volume of this in general, or the velocity. So that's basically how hard the notes are being struck. And we'll just raise the volume. See how that works. Let's try it with the original. Maybe it might work, who knows? Let's see. Whoa, what was that noise? I'll investigate that after I finish this stream. But actually it might work out. Let's try it with what we have already. And we should probably edit this one. Make unique pattern, so that way we can edit the same contents but change one part. G with, I can't remember, C? No, it sounds too sad. G sharp? Let's see. Yeah, let's try it again. Hey, it doesn't sound too bad. But yeah, it all comes down to, you know, at this point it's more so, does it sound good kind of thing? I mean, what do you guys think? Does it sound okay? Or maybe something else could probably be worked out. I'm thinking it sounds at the bare minimum okay, but it feels like it's missing something. What would work? Yeah, it's pretty a tricky one, I have to be honest. If this was a little more complicated of a piece, maybe like Tropical Island, or what else is there? Maybe Battle Canyon or what was it, Peach's Birthday Cake or something like that. I feel like it'd be more obvious with those pieces, but this one's just kind of weird. You just don't want to go too far. It shouldn't be upbeat because this is what happens before you get into the action. Ah, okay. Everyone seems to think it sounds pretty good. Thanks. I guess, yeah. Let's go with that. So that's basically how we did it. That's the process. I mean, it's basically just me sitting down thinking, okay, does it sound like it fits? Or does it just sound out of place? But let's go ahead and save. Okay. I don't think we should mess with this piece too much before it starts sounding very different from the original. We already have to still, make sure it fits. Alright, so this is the final stretch. We're basically not only going to make this a lot more interesting, add some colors and whatnot, but we're also going to do basic mixing and mastering and panning and whatnot. Oh boy. It's usually the more kind of meh part of the music creation process, but it's something I do. Can't say I'm the best at it or amazing at it, but I do what I can. Alright, why don't we try playing both at once? Let's see what happens. We were pretty accurate. It's funny because I didn't know that it was actually flutes, but it is. They're just being used in chords, so it's hard to recognize. But wow, we got it. Now all that's left is mixing and mastering and whatnot. So first thing I'm going to do, so that we can just take a break from all of this figuring stuff out part, is that we're going to add color to everything and names and basically organize everything. Forgot how to extend this one thing. Whatever. Let's just go ahead and name the instruments. Tambourine. Wow. And it's only been about an hour and 30 minutes and we're almost done. Wow, I've come a long way. This would have been pretty tough for me to figure out. Why don't we add some variations? Don't need to keep using green all day. Shakers. We will make this purple, I guess. I don't know. And string ensembles. I would just say strings. So that since we know, whoops, gotta be careful there. Since we know it's multiple, we don't really need the ensemble part. Okay, and let's assign them mixer inputs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We have a total of 6 channels and basically 6 instruments. 6 instruments in total have been used. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and see what changes we should make to individual parts. I'm also going to add stop freaking out, mouse. I'm going to add a what is it called? A parametric EQ on the master channel so I can see what's happening. Frequency rise. Alright, it seems like there's a lot of high ends. Maybe I should lessen that. Alright, so we're probably going to fix that. Tambourines and shakers. Okay, let's remove tambourines, see what happens. Yep, it's mainly the shakers, so that is insert 5. We're gonna rename it to shakers so that we know what it is. Give it a similar color. There we go. Time to edit the frequency content. Should be fun. Okay. It mainly occupies the high ends, so we're going to go ahead and fix that. I mean, not necessarily fix. I mean, as long as it sounds good, it's fine. Always remember that for music, but for me, I would lessen it. Seems like way too much. If anything, I don't know if this happens with anyone else, but you know, when frequencies get to a certain point, it's like kind of hurts my ears. So let's see. Tambourines. Give it some blue color. We're also going to put that in. And let me just make sure this isn't playing so I can hear it. Okay, maybe like that. Yeah, I think we've just gotten what we needed. Okay, next up, what are we going to mess with next? Strings, perhaps? Yeah, I like to just slide that EQ slider around just to see what it would better suit things as. All right, let's listen to those things, see how it sounds. These two. Sounds okay to me. Sounds fine. We're going to mess with what's next. String shakers, glockenspiel. Let's go to a glockenspiel pattern. I think it's the only pattern for it. There's already a lot in the high end, so why not? Glockenspiel? Ugh. What color do... oh, whatever. I'll just give it a kind of red. No, I changed my mind. I want light blue. Okay. Much better. Feel like it has enough reverb, or not... well, reverb and... let's see... release. Release basically affects how long we're going to hear a note. I can demonstrate this. Alright, so... alright, try this note. Lasts a long time. Alright, this is at 8:11. Let's try it at a low release. You see how it goes down really quickly? Yeah, that's basically it. Or I'm going to put it back to the original because that's how I like it. No need to put any reverb here, but I might put reverb for something else. Maybe the bass, I don't know. Well, let's go back to strings actually. I try to avoid using too much reverb nowadays, but when it comes to something that's playing the backing, you know, which is basically the strings, it works out nicely. Try pattern 1. Okay, yeah, sounds good. Let's see. Okay. Huh, we're almost there. Okay, I think we got everything. Yeah, all our instruments are here. We EQ'd and applied whatever effects we wanted, and now I'm going to see how it sounds. Okay, sounds way too muffled. That's not what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and change that. Okay. Yeah, sounds about right. Nice. We are so there. Okay, so that hang on, that should basically cover it for volume. I think we have it. Hold on, make sure this is back. Just look at that as well. We're going to check to make sure it doesn't go over 0 dB. That's very important. Not going to go any higher than that, so I'll just increase the volume a little bit, 1.5. But it reverts when we start. Whatever, we'll figure that out. Right now we're going to go ahead and add this master automation so that it goes down, and now we're going to go ahead and color the patterns. And then after that, I'm thinking of adding padding to, let's see, the shakers, or actually the tambourines. Once we do that, we are basically done. Yeah, there's not much else to add. Why don't we listen to the original again? Oh, I forgot. We should probably add echo to the, where is it? The glockenspiel. Or whatever that is. Delay, is it? Volume, no. and the volume needs to be changed. And a little reverb, why not? Yeah, much better. Should be right now. Let's see. Yeah, I decided to make that change. We're going to make it higher in treble or highs, mainly because that's where it's mostly identifiable. Okay, I can live with this. Alright, now it's time for panning automation, which will be really simple. Wrong one. Alright, let's see here. We're going to go ahead and change this. Oops, hold on. Yes, indeed. Indeed, yes, we will be changing that. So we're going to go ahead and select this part. And since the tambourine repeats, yeah, right click on this left knob. That's panning. Basically, that means it will be moving between left and right for our speakers. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Going to put the panning, right here. And let's see how we can mess with it. I want to mess with it on each hit. I'm going to try not making it too extreme, so it moves very slightly. Let's see. I usually have a strange habit of going all over the place with my panning. Kinda don't want to do that. Okay. Not going to go too far in terms of going up and down. Just make it very simple, I suppose. Maybe an odd pattern, I'm not sure. Okay. Almost. And we're just going to go ahead and add another one to make sure it goes back. And maybe just a little up here. Okay. Add this one here. And we should be good to go. It's pretty simple. And we're just going to copy and paste this throughout the entire thing because it repeats just like that. Alright, copy. Paste. Paste. Paste that. Okay. Yeah. We should be good to go. Oh, right. I forgot about the other. Let's see. How should we pan this? I will pan this. Oh, yeah, the other instruments. Let's see here. For the bass, usually I keep the bass centered, so we're going to center that. Woodwind also stays centered. Glockenspiel, that can afford to go. Yeah, that can also have some different panning, which will be pretty simple. Tambourine has its own specific panning right here. Shakers can stay in the middle. Strings stay in the middle. I'm going to have the glockenspiel go from right to left and then back up. So where are we? We're going to go ahead and create an automation clip. Perfect. This one will be really easy, no problem. Glockenspiel, automation clip. Put it right under that one. Okay. Now what I am going to do is make it go from left all the way up and then all the way down again, and it will repeat. And now I'll just add a little bit of a curve so that it's not as, you know, sudden. And we're going to go ahead and copy and paste that. Yeah, it's basically just a little arc. Really smooth one. Okay. And paste it one more time. Wonderful. And we should have our panning set. And it should be what I want. Did you hear it? Yeah. There's a panning right there from left to right speaker. I'm going to put it a little more upwards, so maybe we don't affect it as much. Perfect. We are good panning wise. Alright. I think that just about covers it. Let me see what the time is. We've almost been streaming for 2 hours. Amazing. As much as any other stream. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take one final look at the volume, and if everything is right, we're basically just going to make everything look nice, and that should be it. Look at that. I just need it to stop doing that. We're going to raise it maybe like at 2. Initiate sound with this position. Maybe that was too much. Much better. Should be right. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's good enough. Or basically what we're aiming for. I don't know. I mean, I just basically did this like how I would normally do it. But hopefully it stands up to the usual quality. So we have what we need, and it should fade out with our master automation right here. Oh, we make it a little longer. Okay, sure. Now, this is, I mean, maybe it can be considered a kind of dull part, but whatever. Alright, I'll see you later, Lucas fan. You too, have a good night. And thanks, Nintendo. Alright, now what must be done next? I mean, I'm not saying that we can't improve this some other time, but basically, we have basically aimed we got what we were aiming for. So now let's name the patterns and give them different colors so that they look nice. First pattern. For some reason, that's not playing. What's happening? Is anything playing right now? What the? That's weird. Okay, now they're not playing. Maybe I should change the... Hang on. Make sure it gets back. Audio from ASO. Change back to that. FL Studio ASO. Let's try that. What the... Okay, it's working again. Okay. Now let me do this. This is the base. And we don't really need to give it any other specific name because it's only used once. And just repeat it. Base. I'll just give it a dark green. Melody 1. Toad. Okay, maybe something like that. Melody 2. Some sort of lightish blue. Glockenspiel. Some kind of lightish purple. We should go with something a little more vibrant. Okay. Shakers. And 6 strings. Another kind of green, I guess, or some weird hybrid thing. Strings 2. Okay, I guess what we got what we're looking for, from dark to light. I guess it could look a little better, but whatever. Save. And just like that, it should be fine. Let's take a listen. I guess there you have it. We could definitely do better in actually, you know, making it a lot more, you know, just like the original. But it's just, I guess it's pretty nice. I mean, I don't know. I have almost very few feelings for this because it feels like I came up with it so quickly. It doesn't feel right for some reason, but it's basically done. I mean, that's basically it. All that's left is that we're going to export it. Maybe as a WAV file. Maybe I'll upload it to Twitter or something. Let everybody know that the live streams are happening. And it's no longer a work in progress, so I'm going to remove that. Remake, cover, whatever. And I will put this in the Mario Party folder of the music covers. There you are. And let's see here. Oh, you can't see that pop-up window? Ah, that sucks. But okay, full song, leave remainder, high quality settings, and that's good. Ah, it must be the... Oh, never mind, it's not. But yeah, works. That's good to hear. I mean, yeah, it is actually very valuable to hear that because, you know, yeah, sure, I have my own ears to work on these pieces and whatnot, and I can always refer to them, but you can only, you know, kind of feel or get so much insight when you're just working by yourself. So it's always good to hear what other people think when they're like, hey, it doesn't sound similar. It's like, yeah, it sounds pretty spot on, or it sounds pretty accurate, it sounds like it'd be fitting, etc. You know, especially for music recreations like this, it's super helpful. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to add. That's basically it. In about, let's see, in just about under 2 hours, we totally completed, you know, our first piece. Actually completed. It looks pretty completed. As in, I can make a Game Sweet Zone episode on this. And we just did all of that in one live stream in 2 hours. Sounds great, huh? Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So I guess that's going to be it. I mean, if you guys like, I can show you one sneak peek of the piece that I'm working on right now, and then that'll be it. Let's see here. You can probably see it by the title here alone, but yeah, Great Turquoise Zone from Sonic Triple Trouble. And right now, I was so focused on, you know, making it sound accurate, but right now, I shifted focus to at least it's getting all the notes down. It's basically it's an 8-bit theme. All the instruments are only used with this one, instrument, this one channel. It's called 3 times oscillator. But we will get into that. It's basically a bunch of square waves and whatnot. But basically, we're going to get into the foundations of, basic 8-bit music in the next episode, which should be nice. But other than that, that's basically it for the live stream. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. It was my first time and it was pretty nice. I'm glad to see that everybody liked it and everything moved pretty smoothly, so it's always good news. But yeah, I don't want to take up too much of your time, so that'll be it. So thanks so much for watching. It's been a ton of fun, and I'll see you next time, whenever I decide to do this on a whim. Alright, see you later. Have a good day.